Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to World of Tanks. We're in a lot of people's favourite today, the M41 Walker Bulldog. And for good reason, it's a very, very capable Tier 7 American light tank. And exceeds its peers at the same tier in a lot of categories. Of course, the other light tanks also have their traits, but many people choose this vehicle over the others for very good reasons. Firstly, the gun it gets, this 10-shot autoloader, if you choose to use it, will be able to punish your enemies. It also has good mobility and 175 penetration on the gun, before I forget to mention, which makes it very capable. And if you have a good crew, you will do very, very well indeed, especially if you're an experienced light tank driver. And I'm not the most experienced, but I'm getting better with every game I play, I think. Anyhow, we are on the Pearl River map, and we're trying to do more missions. A forced halt, in where you track an enemy and allow teammates to do damage to it. They have to do at least 250 damage, I believe, and for the secondary condition, they have to destroy it as well. So having 10 shots in an autoloader will allow you to consistently push out the damage, as well as, if you've got a tracking shot, consistently keep the enemy tracked. So on Pearl River, the enemy has decided to completely avoid the western side of the map. As you can see down here, there's only a T-49. They are trying to go for some mid-control on the west here, but their main force is to the north-east, or the centre-east, as well as this region here. So we can see a T-62. We're trying to go for tracking shots. However, we are shooting him from 370 meters range, but we still managed to pen some of our shells into his side. T-62A has good armor from the front for a medium, but not from the side, which is kind of expected. We see a T-54 briefly as well, but we decide to go for the reload. 4 shots penetrated out of 6, and we are up to 600 damage. Reload is quite long for the vehicle. It used to be shorter, but then Wargaming realised it was too powerful and they nerfed it with the nerf bat. But it isn't useless, as you can see. Now, ST1. A stock ST1, and he's using the D25T gun. And it's surprising because you can unlock an upgrade from the IS-3, the BL9. However, if he hasn't gone down that line, then I can understand why he is using that gun. So we track him, and we get behind him, and we try and track him again. We successfully track him, and we're doing consistent damage, as you can see, into his rear, going through the drive wheel and straight into the engine deck. We wait, and Vincello here in the WZ takes him out. Thank you to these two light tanks for helping me with the mission. I could have fired, but then I wouldn't have received the second conditions. Now look at this, we're all driving in near enough a parallel line to each other, and this is nice team play. It's rare that you see such nice team play in games with random players. I know it was quite simple what we did. I tracked them and they shot him, but it's still nice to see. The majority of times you will not get very, very nice players, but there are the occasional players who will help you if you give them an opportunity to do so. So, you can see that the battle is pretty much over already. The enemy are now cornered in this area. We've got tanks coming in from behind and the front, of course, and there's only 5 of them left. Now I don't want to block Travi here, so I let him fall back. However, Lorraine 40T, another autoloader, manages to put 2 shells into him, 1 into me, but I managed to take him out before he puts another shell in. Still got 5 shells. There's a bit of a blockage here for me and Vincello. An E100 comes around the corner, plants a heat round into the back of the Lorraine's turret, and now I'm trying to hide before he reloads and punches a hole into my deck, into the engine deck. trying to push this Lorraine out the way. I'm too light. He punches a 150mm heat shell again into the gun of the Lorraine. He's probably cursing his luck, his RNG. And that is game over. Well played. So quickly, the post-game stats. First class, 5 for effect, I believe. Yep. Bruiser, I should really know these medals by now. 40,000 credits, 1,800 experience. I'm not sure if that was the first win of the day. Nope, doesn't look like it. Let's see, we spotted 2 vehicles, ST1 and Neon 103. We damaged the T62-8 quite a lot, and we did some critical damage as well. We did a huge amount of critical... Sorry, no, we damaged the Lorraine quite a lot, and we managed to kill him. That was the only kill we received. Didn't manage to damage the E100, we just bounced off him. The amount of experience earned on the team was me. Well, that sounds weird. I earned the most experience, to 1200 base, 1720 damage done, and then these 2 light tanks that helped me, Trabi and Vincello. Thank you very much, you two. You did me a great amount of help. This E100 that we saw, he was on a really... He was going for it in terms of the amount of damage. He got 4,000 damage done in 6 penetrations. Commiserations to you. You also blocked a large amount of damage as well. The detailed report. So you can see we fired a lot of shells. We hit all of them, surprisingly, but only half penetrated. That was because we were aiming at a long range for a lot of them, and sometimes the side armor of certain heavy tanks wouldn't allow me to penetrate them. And right at the end with the U-100, it was a pretty bad amount of shells I put into him, and they just bounced because it was a poor angle. And you can look at the breakdown of the rest of the screen for yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the replay. I certainly enjoyed playing it. And as always, I've been Geogen, this has been World of Tanks, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.